Protest rocks university in Oyo State after lecturer ordered student wearing hijab out of his class. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. They demanded a public apology from Lawal, describing the action of the lecturer as a violation of the rights of the female Muslim student. Now the news in detail. Students of Ladoke Akintola University of Technology LAUTECH of Ogbomoso have taken to the school gate to protest against the alleged humiliation of a female Muslim student. According to reports by Daily Post, a yet-to-be-identified female Muslim student was allegedly humiliated by the dean of Faculty of Nursing for wearing her hijab. The incident reportedly occurred on Wednesday when the Board of Open and Distant Learning Program addressed the newly admitted nursing students. It was gathered that the dean of the faculty, Professor Ajibade Lawal, ordered one of the students who was wearing a hijab to leave the class. He had earlier informed the student that scrub is the only approved uniform for student nurses. He maintained that any other form of dress must not be put atop or underneath the scrub. The action of the dean angered some students who vowed to disrupt academic activities in the institution today. In a video posted, the students were seen in their numbers protesting at the entrance of a school. They demanded a public apology from Lawal, describing the action of a lecturer as a violation of the rights of a female Muslim student. Meanwhile, the Publications Relations Officer of LAUTECH, Akin Fadeyi, has confirmed the incident. Fadeyi, in a statement, noted that the case was being handled by the university management. He said, "This is to inform stakeholders that the unfortunate issues of yesterday, as it affects Professor Bayo Lawal Ajibade and a particular Muslim woman, is being handled by management of the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, LAUTECH, Ogbomoso, Oyo State." Vice-Chancellor Professor Majid Olaide Liasu already mandated the Provost of the College of Health Sciences, Professor Adeyemi, to supervise a high-powered investigation into the matter. Management is therefore imploring students particularly to maintain peace as they go about their duties on the university premises to allow investigation go on. The AG Vice-Chancellor has assured that nobody will be shielded. While on this particular issue, there are lots of comments online, and why it remains a violation, it's an infringement on the right on how to dress or what have you. Now I'm going to say this. There are already comments now making the internet that this is not what happened. And if you had listened properly to the news, you will see that before that particular day now that this particular lady wore a hijab, he, the lecturer, has announced a school is a place where one is built. A school is a place where you go by the rule and regulation. Just as if you work in a place, if you are a Christian and there's some clothing that you are told not to put on, what do? You just go by it. Right? The same thing if you're working as a Muslim in a Christian organization and you're working there. What do? There are rules there, you go by it. This one, let us not bring religious sentiments into this issue. Already, it is being said that this is not even what happened. But my own take is, if you listen to the news, this particular lecturer has said this beforehand, meaning that it was not new. He's saying if you are doing this particular course, this is the uniforms to wear. And of course, if you go to some universities, they have uniforms to put on. Some particular courses now, they have uniform to put on. So if it has been laid down as a particular rule and regulation of that school, why would you want to make yourself, get attention by doing this? I mean, a lot of people come out now, religious sentiments. Oh, do you mean she should open her body? Nobody is saying she should have dressed nakedly. Or nobody should say she should have wore something that will expose her body. But the fact remains, this is a school. And yet people will come out and say, oh, it's a university. Please, that thing should stop. If you're in a school now, does it mean you start acting out of context, out of law? Even in Nigeria here, we have laws guiding us, right? You're not going to come out now and the government will say there's a curfew now. You say, oh, because you have the right for movement, you're going to move around. When they have formally announced that there's a curfew. Look at it from that angle. There is a curfew now. They placed a curfew for 9 p.m. And for reasons, maybe one of the reasons or the other, you are found outside. If you are gotten or if you are caught, you are meant to be pleading. Why? Because yes, you have the right for movement, but at that particular time, they have told you that a curfew is about to happen or is going to happen. They have told you beforehand. Just like we have heard in the news that this man has said it before. That the only dress, that is, we listen to the news, you get the message. So this whole religious sentiment brought you to it. That means laws are laws, yes. But when that particular law now, they have placed another one and it was announced. It was not that it was announced. So did you see other? She was the only one there, right? She was the only one wearing that particular. Did he harass others? I mean, he did not even harass her out of school. He harassed her out of class. Yes, which means she can come on in a different clothing. Nobody is saying open your body, but something that is going to go and lies with the rules of a school. That is just it. Let us not forget that the school is where you receive formation now. The school is there to shaping you. The fact that you are in school and you cannot obey authorities now is going to even be a problem to you when you grow up. Take it for instance, this girl is working in an institution where, in a place where she's being paid now. She's working in an organization. Would she have flaunted the laws? Of course you would not. Why? Because that is where you get your daily bread from. You will not bring religious sentiments because say hunger will kill you. Right? Let's do these things right for once. I'm not even in support of you harassing people, infringing on human rights. I'm an advocate of don't infringe on human rights. I'm an advocate of democracy. But, a big but is, this particular law have been announced. It is not new to the school, right? So, this student now that they are even... oh my goodness. I am sure most of the students there, maybe, just maybe, they have had it in their minds before then. Because information that is going around this is not even what happened. And if you listen to the news, my own is, they have said it before then. Just like you walk into a hall and maybe you walk into your classroom and an exam has started. The exam was announced for 8 a.m. and you came by 9 a.m. or 9:55 or 10 a.m. Do you know they have the right to tell you you're not going to write that particular exam? Why? Because you came late. You stick to time. This thing is their laws, their rules. Like, what I'm saying now is, you are in an institution. This institution has laws guiding them. Just like you go to some schools and they will tell you cannot wear something that is short. You go to some schools, even right from the gate, students, they mind their dressing. That is the same thing. You cannot come out now in such a situation and say, oh, because there's rights to, you have fundamental human rights and you can dress however you like, that you go against the school authority. No, now. Let's get it right. Let's not bring religious sentiment into this. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.